Assalamu alaikum friends, welcome to my channel MBBS and BDS lectures. Today our topic is related to general medicine diabetes mellitus. I already upload two videos about diabetes mellitus, type 1 diabetes mellitus, type 2 diabetes mellitus on my channel in both Urdu Hindi and English in separate video in different video because my every lecture is available in both English and Urdu in Hindi in separate video. Now today video we study about diabetic emergency or diabetic coma or diabetic complication. But if you want to watch the same topic diabetic emergencies in Urdu or Hindi, I already upload a video on diabetic emergencies in Urdu and Hindi. You go watch that video. But today here we study diabetic emergencies in English language. If you are English language viewer, this is for you. Now today topic diabetic emergency or diabetic coma or diabetic complication is a one topic but have three names: diabetic emergencies or diabetic comas or diabetic complication. This topic is very important because this topic is important because they come in long question, short question, ACQs, and clinically it is very important because in diabetic ketoacidosis patient go in coma. In hyperosmolar non-ketotic coma, patient go in coma. In hypoglycemic coma, patient go in coma state. Therefore, this topic is very important. And this topic is also difficult on student level. Why? Because student mix diabetic ketoacidosis and hyperosmolar non-ketotic coma. Therefore, we study every coma separately. Now, in diabetic emergencies, in diabetic coma and diabetic complication, 5 topics are included. They consist of 5 topics. Number 1, diabetic ketoacidosis. Number 2, hyperosmolar non-ketotic coma. Number 3, hypoglycemic coma. Number 4, diabetic neuropathy. And number 5 is diabetic foot. Now each coma from these 5, each coma we study in detail. Like today in this video we study in detail diabetic ketoacidosis, like its topic outline include diabetic ketoacidosis definition, its pathophysiology, its clinical feature, its investigation, its management. Now our diabetic emergency video series consists of up to 3 to 4 video in which we study in detail each coma. Now in first video we study diabetic ketoacidosis. Now start from diabetic ketoacidosis definition. What is diabetic ketoacidosis? Basically diabetic ketoacidosis is a diabetic coma in which there are three things are present and occur in type 1 diabetes mellitus. Which three things? Number 1, hyperglycemia, mean glucose level greater than 250 mg per deciliter. Number 2, there is a ketosis, mean rise level of ketone body in blood. Number 3 is acidemia, mean blood pH less than 7.3. Normally blood pH is 7.4, but in diabetic ketoacidosis acidemia occur, mean pH less than 7.3. Now for diabetic ketoacidosis these three things are necessary. If one is present, only hyperglycemia, this is not called diabetic ketoacidosis. Now definition: diabetic ketoacidosis is a diabetic coma in which the presence of all three of the following and occur in type 1 diabetes mellitus. Number 1, hyperglycemia, glucose greater than 250 mg per deciliter. Number 2, ketosis, rise level of ketone body. Number 3, acidemia, mean pH less than 7.3. Now come to the pathophysiology. Now, each word of definition we know by pathophysiology. Why hyperglycemia occur? Why ketosis occur? Why acidemia occur? Why it occur in only type 1 diabetes mellitus, not in type 2? These all questions will be proved from pathophysiology. Now, pathophysiology. In pathophysiology, first we study physiology, then pathology. Normally, our pancreas consists of a group of Langerhans in which two type of cell present, alpha and beta cell. Now, beta cell secrete insulin. These insulin have normally 4 functions. Number 1, insulin inhibit lipolysis, mean store fat change into fatty acid. This is lipolysis. Conversion of store fat into lipid into fatty acid in liver is called lipolysis. This lipolysis is inhibited by insulin. Number 2, insulin inhibit proteolysis, conversion of protein into amino acid. This is inhibited by who inhibited? Insulin. This is the second function of insulin, inhibit proteolysis. The third function is change glucose into glycogen. Insulin move glucose from blood to liver and change glucose into glycogen. Number 4 function is inhibit gluconeogenesis. They inhibit gluconeogenesis, mean formation of glucose from new thing, mean from fat and protein. This is a normal function of insulin. But in type 1 diabetes mellitus, the insulin is absent. Why? Due to autoimmune destruction of pancreatic beta cell. Our autoimmune system destroy pancreatic beta cell. Then there is an absence of insulin in type 1 diabetes mellitus. When insulin is not present, the fourth function will be disturbed. Number 1, when insulin is not present, now in type 1 diabetes mellitus, lipolysis occur. Number 2, proteolysis occur. Number 3, gluconeogenesis occur. When lipolysis occur, the store fat which is present in buttock region and belly region, they move to liver, and store fat move to liver. In liver, the store fat change into fatty acid, and from fatty acid, liver change the fatty acid into 2 things. Number 1 is glucose, number 2 is ketone bodies. When glucose come to the blood, there will be hyperglycemia. Blood glucose level greater than 250 mg per deciliter. Second, when ketone body come, there will be ketosis, means rise level of ketone in body. Number 3, because ketone body are acidic in nature, they cause acidity in blood. The blood pH will be less than 7.3, mean acidemia. Due to lipolysis, hyperglycemia occur, ketosis occur, acidemia occur. Number 2, there will be proteolysis occur. Protein come to the liver and change into amino acid, and amino acid change into glucose, again will be hyperglycemia. Number 3, gluconeogenesis mean gluconeogenesis occur, mean lipolysis and proteolysis. This is the pathophysiology. Now, in type 1 diabetes mellitus, the diabetic ketoacidosis, the all 3 things, hyperglycemia, ketosis, acidemia occur in type 1 diabetes mellitus. Therefore, we said in definition, diabetic ketoacidosis is a diabetic coma in which the presence of all three of the following we prove by pathophysiology and occur in type 1 diabetes mellitus. This is type 1. Now, why we not mention it also occur in type 2? Because the reason is that in type 2 diabetes mellitus, there is an impaired insulin secretion. Impaired insulin secretion means there is a not absolute absence of insulin like in type 1. In type 2 diabetes mellitus, there is an impaired insulin secretion means some insulin are present. But the small amount of insulin present, they do not move the glucose from blood to liver, but they can inhibit lipolysis. They inhibit lipolysis. In type 2, they inhibit lipolysis, therefore, when they inhibit lipolysis, then lipid are the lipid fat are not moved to liver, not changed into fatty acid, not will be produce ketone body, not will be produce glucose, then there is a no hyperglycemia, then there is a no ketosis, then there is a no acidemia. Therefore, in type 2, ketoacidosis is not occur. Why? Because in type 2, small amount of insulin present, they inhibit lipolysis. But in type 2, the small amount of insulin, they inhibit lipolysis but not inhibit proteolysis and does not move glucose from blood to liver. In result, there will be hyperglycemia. Therefore, in type 2, there will be hypersmolar non-ketotic coma occur, not diabetic ketoacidosis. Now, after pathophysiology, we move to clinical feature. Now, clinical feature of diabetic ketoacidosis. There are 10 clinical feature of diabetic ketoacidosis. Number 1 is nausea. Number 2, vomiting. Number 3, polyuria. Number 4, polydipsia. Number 5, abdominal pain. Now, why abdominal pain occur? Due to almost in diabetes topic viva, almost professor asked why abdominal pain occur in diabetes. The cause is two. One is neuropathy, the third is ischemia. Here also abdominal pain occur due to neuropathy and ischemia. This sixth clinical feature is dry tongue. Why? Because it occurs in type 1 diabetes mellitus due to polyuria, due to polydipsia. The dry tongue mean due to dehydration. 7 is a rapid or deep breathing. The 8th clinical feature is hypothermia, and the 9 is fruity breath due to acetone, and acetone due to ketone. Due to ketone, acetone is produced, and due to acetone there is a fruity breath. Mean the breath smell like fruit. And the 10th clinical feature is the rapid pulse, and 11 will be coma. These are the clinical feature of diabetic ketoacidosis. Now come to the investigation. There are 9 investigation for diabetic ketoacidosis. Number 1 is full blood count. Second is ketone level of blood to check the ketone level. The third is if ketone level is rise, mean diabetic ketoacidosis. The third is glucose level to confirm type 1 diabetes mellitus. The fourth is serum electrolyte. Fifth is LFT, liver function test. Sixth is ABG, arterial blood gas to determine pH. And 7 is urine analysis. And 8th is urine ketone level. And 9th is altered consciousness monitoring of patient. These are the 9 investigation for diabetic ketoacidosis. The last is management. In management, because diabetic ketoacidosis occur, the cause is lack of insulin. Now in management we give insulin. The second is the clinical feature of diabetic ketoacidosis is due to polyuria, polydipsia, dehydration. We give fluids in the form of 5% normal saline. Now management include two things, insulin and fluids. Fluid is normal saline 5%. Now today our first topic in diabetic emergencies, diabetic ketoacidosis is complete. Next, we will be studying these next videos in detail. If now today our topic is complete. If you like my video, click the like button and share the video with your friends. And if you new to my channel, subscribe my channel by pressing the red subscribe button, and also click the bell icon and on the all notification in order to you receive my new video notification. For watching my video, I am very thankful to you. Thank you very much.